is not money. Enjoying time, does that sound strange? It's counterintuitive, right? We are constantly told that time is a commodity, something we need to make, spend, save, or manage effectively. And if by some miracle we find ourselves free with free time, we feel the urge to fill it, to make it productive, or worse, to kill it. Time often feels like a bully, always pressing down on us, running out just when we need it most. It's a vessel we try to cram with endless tasks and responsibilities, always racing against the clock to catch up with our overgrowing to-do lists. The idea that time could actually be enjoyable, something to sink into and savor, almost feels like another task, another expectation to add to the guilt-inducing pile of things we should be doing. But shouldn't we enjoy time? It's the very fabric of our lives. Yet we treat it like a scarce resource we can never quite control. Ironically, in theory, we have more time than ever. We are living longer, and technology has transformed how we experience the world. A fully charged smartphone alone can collapse space and time, teleporting our thoughts, desires, and even our money across the globe in an instant. We can connect, collaborate, and consume information at a surreal speed, all without leaving our beds. But somehow, despite these advancements, truly enjoying time feels harder than ever. Our relationship with time has fundamentally changed. The pace of life has accelerated to a point where we are constantly bombarded, our attention splintered, our focus hijacked. The world around us demands more of our time, leaving us feeling like we never have enough, no matter how much we do, or our to-do list never shrinks. And with every choice we make, we are haunted by the things we didn't do, the constant fear of missing out. Maybe you feel liberated by modern life's flexibility, but freedom is not always as freeing as it seems. With the boundary between work and home blurred by technology, protecting your own time has become a challenge in itself. And the more we try to grasp time, the more elusive it becomes. It's intangible, something we can't hold or taste, but something that defines every aspect of our existence. To me, time is not the enemy. It's not just a tool for productivity or a rigid structure that confines our days. It's our greatest invention, our non renewable resource. On a practical level, time is both the measure of being alive and the compass for organization, a guide that helps us navigate life, coordinate with others, and plan our future. We are all time machines in a way, constantly moving between past, present, and future. This ability to see our lives as a journey with direction and purpose is one of time's greatest gifts. But truly enjoying time is not about escaping its pressures or simply getting more done. It's about shifting how we relate to it. The modern world has reshaped our concept of time in ways we don't always realize. History tells us that advancement in timekeeping have driven massive societal changes. Precise clocks enabled navigation across oceans, fueling globe trade and exploration. The Industrial Revolution, powered by time tracking devices, transformed labor and productivity. Today, our smartphones and digital calendars dictate our every move, creating an illusion of control while trapping us in cycles of endless scheduling and notification driven urgency. Despite having more tools than ever to manage our time, we feel more time starved. In today's world where technology theoretically frees up more hours, we find ourselves stuffing our days fuller and fuller. The result? We rush from task to task, addicted to the illusion of busyness, rarely stopping to question whether any of it truly matters. And here is the irony. Research shows that people in fast paced societies report higher stress levels, even as they pursue lifestyles they believe will bring them success and happiness. Think about it. We talk about losing time or wasting time as if time is something that can slip through our fingers. But what if we stopped seeing time as something to be managed, to be controlled, to maximize? What if instead we learn to move with time rather than against it? Revaluing time starts with recognizing that it is not just money, it is life itself. Time is our life. It's the only medium through which we experience everything. And yet, we give it away so easily. Studies show that the average adult has more leisure time than they believe, yet much of it disappears into passive, forgettable activities. Research indicates that Americans on average spend over 3 hours and a half per day on their phones, with social media alone consuming nearly 2 hours and a half. Similarly, binge watching accounts for approximately, wait for it, 20 hours per week for many individuals. These hours slip away into mindless scrolling, streaming, or other distractions that don't truly nourish us, leaving people feeling time starved despite having more free hours than ever before. If you have ever looked up from your phone realizing an hour has vanished, you know exactly what I mean. So, how do we break free? How do we stop feeling like time is slipping away and start living in a way that feels rich and fulfilling? It starts by redefining our relationship with time, by slowing down, by making conscious choices about where we invest our attention, by recognizing that an overstuffed schedule does not equate to a meaningful life. We need to stop glorifying business, stop wearing exhaustion as a badge of honor, and stop letting our time be dictated by urgency rather than importance. Instead, we should be more mindful of how we spend our time, whether it's in work, in rest, or in the moments in between. If you feel like you are constantly rushing, overwhelmed, and exhausted, ask yourself, are you filling your time with things that truly matter? Are you present in your own life? Or are you just sprinting through your days trying to keep up? Maybe it's time to stop chasing the clock and start moving in rhythm with it. To stop being time's servant and make it your ally. After all, time is not something you have to conquer, it's something you can embrace. And when you do, life itself starts to feel richer, fuller, and more worth living. One of the simplest way, yet most effective ways to shift our relationship with time is through mindful moments outdoors, taking just a few minutes each day to step outside, breathe in fresh air, and observe the world around you. you it will help you reset your mental state, reduce stress, and bring a sense of clarity. Whether it's a short walk or a quiet pause in nature or simply looking up at the sky, these moments create space of reflection, space for reflection, presence, and connection. They remind us that time is not just about productivity, it's about experiencing life fully, one mindful moment at a time. Invest in your health and happiness. Yalla, go outside.